Hello friends, and welcome to the another lecture on construction management and law, in which today we will cover the topic time of completion, escalation in time and cost. Why time management is important in the projects, why there is a limitation of project, why there is a deadline for the completion of project. See, as a part of triple constraint, can't manage one without the others, and scope, time and quality really matters. Basically, time for completion is an important concept in contracts. Every contracts, even every tender, the last date, even the deadline has been already given. Looking toward that, we have to plan the all activities. So if the contractor doesn't, or it looks like they won't finish the work by the given deadline, then contract will not be offered to the many of the mechanism. There are a lot of things, many of the dealings are doing in a such fashion only. So first of all, the contractor may be able to get the complete date charge. Okay, so the contractor may be able to get the completion date change, or otherwise the contract will not be given to that particular person or the agency. That is the importance of time, because many of the times the contracts are being given on the agreement of completion on the time. So ultimately this is what the reason behind saving the cost. As the time increases the cost also increase with the project. We'll deal further the details regarding that. Okay, time management is very important parameter as far as projects are concerned, in the construction projects are concerned, in the civil engineering. The time management is a strategy of organizing and implementing conscious regulation on the time frame allotted to a particular activity, with the purpose of enhancing the effectiveness, efficiency and productivity. Basically, in order to ensure the effectiveness, efficiency and enhancing the skills of all the things, the regarding productivity, the time management very essential tool. Time management may be assisted by an assortment of tool, devices and techniques utilized to manage valuable time whenever undertaking particular projects, tasks and objectives complying with the deadline. Deadline has to be there, some target has to be there. In that stipulated time we have to execute the project. Basically, as far as the implementation of time management to a broad range of activities, which includes preparation, allocation, delegation, evaluation, supervision, scheduling and prioritizing. Okay, and the time importance of time management is for a construction project. Now we'll see. Number one, effective time management is used to assign workers attainable goals, resources and time frames to lower all the overall cost of the project with the effective use of their valuable hours and energy. In the beginning also I have told that the extension of time leads to extension of budget and economy. So this is very important. Time management is important in construction because it organizes the allotted time set for the completion of the task for the purpose of meeting or even beating the deadline. This also justifies that time management is important to a contractor's profitability. Yes, here the term comes profitability, because the tender cost will not get increased. If you are getting delayed, then you have to pay the penalty as per new laws, because they are given a legally binding contract in which failure to abide by its terms and deadlines can result to a partial loss in monetary payments or even cancellation of the contract. That is basically a need of today's era. Proper use of time management techniques can result in the completion of projects on time and create positive testimonial of the contractors. The effective use of time management is a vital element needed for the construction companies to successfully meet the budget and allotted time frame for the completion of any development work. In further slides we will see that how much budget has been allotted to a particular project, and because of time delay how much cost actually it has taken to complete it. We'll see the difference also. So it's just a tool used in a construction management, but it's a key to achieve corporate profitability and success. It is because, as I am repeating again, that the duration and time increases to complete the project, then ultimately it affects on the economy of the budget also. Okay, then how to manage the time? We have devices like, we have the things like plan schedule management, then we have to define activities, then we need to sequence the activities, then estimating activity of resources, then estimating activity of duration, develop schedules and control schedules. So these are all the activities are interdependent, are dependent on in each other. Okay, so these are the factors that how to manage them, so we need to plan accordingly. Then plan schedule management. Just now we have seen that the plan schedule management and all these things. So project management plan, then project charter, enterprises, environmental, then inputs, then they are going through the expert judgment, then analytical techniques via meetings, and then output. Then and this way, by this process, the schedule management plan comes. Okay, now yes, time overrun means extension of time. So time overrun, also known as a time increase in an unexpected time in occurred in excess of estimated allotted time. So that is also one of the thing, that it's also a term that why time overrun has to there. So basically for an unknown reason, or maybe for government agencies, few political reasons, some unavoidable circumstances are there, so that's why the time overrun is also there. It is one of the parameter of getting the project delay. Then cost overrun, absolutely, if time increasing, cost overrun also there. Cost overrun, also known as a cost increase or budget overrun, is an unexpected cost incurred in excess of a budgeted amount due to an underestimation of the actual cost during the budgeting. Okay, it is also the increase in the budget. In continuation, that cost overrun is common in infrastructure, building, and technology. Basically, what the problems you can't define before starting the project, so it may take a lot of time. Hence, the cost overrun may occur. A comprehensive study of cost overrun published in the journal in the America Planning in 2002 found that 9 out of 10 construction projects had underestimated cost. Overruns of 50 to 100% were common. Now you can imagine, for example, a tender of 1 crore gets delayed by 1.5 crore or 1.8 crore. So additional 80 lakhs per crore rupees is being spent on that cost overrun. Now cost escalation. Cost overrun should be distinguished from cost escalation, which is used to express an anticipated growth in the budgeted cost due to factors such as inflation. Inflation really affects that. The big public works project almost always have cost overruns due to strategic mispresentation, that is lying, such as he defines the term. Alright, so some misconception or some misrepresentation or some miscalculation, it may happen. Now we will see some interesting facts, as I discussed earlier, that one of the example that Bandra Worli ceiling cost escalated from 300 to RS 1600 crores within the 5 years of delay. You can see that the costing of the project was how much, and after delaying it was how much. So it's really a alarming, what can I say, shocking things to learn. Okay, that's the big impact of the time delay. Okay, so 9 out of 10 infrastructure projects fall victim of cost escalation. It's very common, matlab it means almost, it means almost. Cost escalation generally varies from 10% to 15%. Cost escalation exists across 20 nations and 5 continents. It's a global phenomenon. India is not exception. Absolutely, India cannot live that. Cost escalation appears to be more pronounced in developing nations than in developed nations. Okay, India is developing. Cost escalation has not decreased over the past 70 years. No learning seems to take place. The worst part is that the pattern has not changed for past 90 to 95 years. Okay, 10 decades almost. The traditional pattern has not yet changed or improved. And I have quoted that the Bandra Worli ceiling cost scaled from 300 to 1600 crores. Horrible. According to Economic Survey of India in 2005-6 till September, of the 683 infrastructure projects having an estimated cost of 2081,890 crores spent over 16 sector, 171 projects, 25% are having cost overrun. My God, to the tune of 38.87. As compared to their latest approved estimate, there are 247 projects, 36%, which have a time overrun ranging from 1 to 168 months. My God, and just now we have seen the time overrun of that Bandra Worli ceiling, and imagine the cost. Projects that took best on paper, public partnership, public ownership, then it is problematic because of lengthy and complicated procedure, absolutely. And private ownership have no rules as compared to that. A single man can take the decision, then delegating authority is also readily available. So that may be the thing that's successful in control due to over simplification. It's very simple depending on the one man. So most of the projects of Delhi metros have been completed on time and within budget. Even Nagpur metro is also a good example of that, phase 1 only. Then cost overruns in central public sector. The analysis by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation shows that a cost overrun in projects, even with respect to the original approved cost, have come down from 62% in March to 12% in March 2008. Almost in last 1.5 decade we have overcome it. That's a good sign. And this has resulted in directed savings of more than 2,000 250,000 crores over a period of 110 years. Okay, this has been possible due to the dedicated efforts of the infrastructure and project monitoring division. That is a very important part, project monitoring division of MOSPPI. Other ministries, like the increasing trends of, you can see even the graph that the increasing trends in the cost overruns in the recent years, mainly due to the impact of high increase in the cost bulk materials such as cement and steel in 2006 and 7, and recent recessions in the trend of cost overruns is depicted in the figure 1. You can see that in the bottom figure. It is not depicted, it is coming down. In central public sector, we will see our time overrun. The analysis in time overrun in terms of percentage project running behind the original schedule, also known as the decline trend. See, basically what happens, the in simple words we can say the project finance from central government, the project finance from state government, and even unstable government. These are the few points that the project may having delay, the issue of funding. So the percentage of projects behind schedule declined from 62 in 1991 to the lowest of 31% in March. So again it is now reduced. Okay, so projects highway, power, petroleum, shipping, port, telecommunications, steel, fertilizers, and railway sectors suffered from the most. The trend of percentage of delaying, you can see that this graph is decreasing, coming toward the okay. So that is a good sign. Basically, the monitoring committee has playing an important role. Now, this is the project management triangle where cost, schedule, and quality. But there is a scope for the cost, quality, and schedule. Okay, so we need to understand this. The project constraints have been listed as quality, time, and cost. These are also referred as the project management triangle. Okay, this is just now we are saying that this is called as the project management triangle, where the cost, time, and quality. So time constraint refer to the amount of time available to complete the project, that is the time constraint. Cost constraint to the budget, and quality refers to the results. So the three constraints are oftenly competing constraint. Increased scope typically means increased time and increased cost. A tight time constraint could mean increased cost and reduced scope, and a tight budget would mean increased time and reduced scope. Absolutely. Now we'll see in detail that the causes of time and cost overrun, why the time is getting delay, why the budget has been increasing. So there are the problems in the preparation of faulty estimates, wrong interpretation of data, wrong database in wrong values and wrong rates. It may happen that. Then inadequate site condition, proper survey is not has done, or proper planning not has done, then improper design and drawings, then there are lacunas in the drawing, then unrealistic time period, just writing something in the sake of completing the estimate. That may be the reason. Consultation process not done, then preparation of rates for not based on actual market rates, just referring the old database and writing narrow range of approved marks, non-consideration of rehabilitation of existing structure services at time of planning, factors of insurgency and disturbed areas. These might be the reasons. Again, delaying applying issues of NOC clearance from the statutory authorities. If you are not getting NOC and rightly completely, then you may have to face the penalties. Delay in environmental clearance, non-availability of complete land, site free from encumbrances. Okay, these are the things. Again, the selection without assessing technical financial capabilities, and then lack of experience in similar nature of the work. So there are, you can list it out, you can go ahead and issues of notum and indicative of prior lack coordination, delaying issue of work design, drawing, frequent changes, a lot of things, non-available construction material, even not looking towards machineries, not looking towards material, not looking towards manpower, not thinking about that, neither thinking nor hiring, just giving the estimate and wheels later on, this kind of things, so lack of coordination among the various disciplines and other airport functions, then monitoring system it is not there. So all these are the reasons, all these are the reasons why it is not there and why it is getting delayed, why budgeting has been increased, the faulty estimates, then delaying applying NOCs not taken from statutory bodies, lack of experiences, not even thinking of the facilities availability, manpower. So these are the now solutions. We will just exact opposite to that. We must have proper thorough knowledge of estimate what we are preparing, and should be based on the site data and drawings. The scope of the work should be well defined and finalized in consultation with the user agency, those who are existing in the market. And then pre-assumption should be minimized. It has to be up to a certain extent only. The realistic time frame to be kept, in proper market survey for estimate, then uh, proprietary imported items should be minimized, transportation cost maybe to minimize that, and timely action, statutory clearance, then NOCs it has to be there, then technical stationary authorities to ensure availability of land, we need to go through it, then proper selection of consultant, qualified staff, technical teams, and advanced timely actions for diversion of services, obstruction, relocation of structures. So these are the things, okay. And regular monitoring has to be there to assess the performance of employees, consultants, contracts, and yearly performance evaluation mechanism has to be there. Even twice in a year it has to be there. Quarterly, there are a lot of agencies who take the monitoring quarterly, some twice in a year, once in a year, it has to be there. And timely issuance of working drawing, it is a very important task. Along with that, the proper coordination among the disciplines and other airports functionalities. Then penalty clauses, we must aware of the penalty clauses, what may be the consequences, we must be always aware of. Then timely decisions, approval, sanctions, so these are the things. Total paperwork has to be done very clearly in the beginning only, okay. And then action taken, there are few action taken, so even we can see, just like I have quoted the example of Airport Authority of India, what they have taken, the advanced action to remove the hindrances, structured diversion of services, then clear and well defined scope of the work they take, and all the stakeholder department with the Airport Authority of India, for example, let us say they have taken care of all the things, and dedicated an independent PA and quality assurance cell, okay, to monitor progress of the work. Then web enabled project monitoring software being put into the place, and delegation of power, decentralized with the accountability, okay. Then project in charge to monitor slippage in target. So these are the actions need to be initiated, okay. So basically, to become a successful entrepreneur, or to become complete the project, the goal can be achieved. We need to remember that the goal can be achieved if we have will, commitment, dedication, and passion to feel the need and the purpose. Until and unless we have the qualities of will, commitment, dedication, and passion, so we are not about to successful in the field of construction management. So we have seen the why it is getting delayed, time overrun, then budget overrun, then causes and all the things. Then okay, so basically looking towards just a recap of all the things, these are the actions, and I quoted the example of Airport Authority of India. And then the solutions, we have seen problem, there are a lot of problems enlisted here, and we have seen that wrong estimates, wrong database, neither having feasibility nor manpower nor resources. Then project management triangle we have seen, where cost, schedule, quality, or cost, timing, and schedule, there are a lot of scope in that. So these are the declination in the project budget. Even nowadays the private firms are doing the handling over the properties projects on time, because they have to face a lot of big penalties. So earlier time this was not there, but now, okay. So even I have given the example of Bandra Worli ceiling, where the cost escalated from 300 to 1600 crores, almost 1200 crores, 1300 crores over budget. So this kind of basically very tough for the government to handle and this issue the budget and cost overrun, cost and the time overrun. So this way we have covered these points and time management, what is the importance of time management. Okay, all right, hope you understand it and the time management importance. Okay, thank you very much.